Ooh, you got it.
Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Oh, Brad Heineck, physical
And
therapist.
together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course. Can we play cards, Bob?
Yeah, Brad, today we wanted to talk about a kind of movement, kind of therapy that you can use for a stroke patient.
Sure.
And
Time to go to work, I guess.
right, it's called Constraint Induced Movement Therapy. Can you see that over here, Nancy? And really, the words describe what it is. What they're going to do is, let's say, if you want to come back on us, Nancy, let's say that you had a stroke that affected your right hand. Let's say it's your left hand.
Sure.
You had a stroke that affected your left hand. What you're going to do is actually, in order to force you to use that arm, because what happens is, quite often what I see, Brad, is they have a stroke, they work at it for a while, they become discouraged, they get some strength back, and so they start doing everything with their dominant arm, the
Sure.
one that was not affected.
Particularly after they're done with the therapy and
Right.
those bad habits can come back.
So with this therapy, what they actually do, again, this is your involved arm, the arm that had the stroke, they actually have you wear a sling on your good arm, and it forces you to use the arm that was
Sure.
involved with the
You
stroke.
bet.
And in order to do this, in order to be any success at all, you have to have some wrist extension, some finger movement, and some shoulder movement.
Right.
You got to have some there.
Right.
If it's all flaccid, no movement at all, there's just no way you're going to get anything from this.
And that's when we were playing cards, if you didn't notice, we had one
One arm
hand
behind our
behind our
back.
back and we were playing with just one arm. You could do that for treatment for yourself. You could play
Absolutely.
cards.
Manipulating cards is a great trick. Another one that I saw a patient on YouTube do, which I thought was a cool idea, he just took a magazine.
And this guy actually had
He had
a
a stroke.
and this is what he does
Yeah.
to keep himself.
And he had a magazine, and he took his good arm, and his good fingers, his non-involved fingers, I should
Sure.
say, not good and bad. It's really, and he just curled the edge of the pages like this. Then he took the arm that had the involvement from the stroke, and he could reach over like this, and he could grab that little tab because he just had enough between the finger and the thumb, and he just worked on. And this is how he read his magazines.
And he forced himself to use that
Right.
involved side to help it improve or at least maintain.
The other just little trick that he showed, and I thought was a cool idea, is that he took his cane, because he had a cane, and he would put it again on the involved arm, and he would just could stretch his arm out like this.
I think this is a real nice
Yeah,
way.
this is a great one, because the arm tends to go into that flexor pattern,
Yep.
and this pulls it right out of there, and you can even go around the circle like this a
Sure.
little bit and stretch it out.
Right. And if you're doing this, you're gonna feel it. You'll
You'll
know.
I feel it now even.
Yeah.
But I think the idea again is that, I mean, there's nothing to stop you, and there's nothing harmful with doing this, is where you're going to actually keep your good arm restrained and force you to use the arm to do your toothpaste, to comb your hair,
Turn
to
the light on.
turn the lights on, to open the refrigerator,
You bet.
open drawers. I think all those things are, it's a great idea to try. I think it's something worthwhile.
Absolutely. It's a good independent exercise for that involved side.
And by the way, before we finish here, Brad, just in case, if you want further tips on how to stay healthy and fit and pain-free, you're going to want to subscribe to us, because that's our genre, right?
Right.
Brad?
Famous PT will keep you
40
going.
and over.
You bet. 40 and over, baby, and we're the ones to go to.
Baby.